duplicate your code all over the place. You want to funnel everything down just so that your code's being handled in one spot when possible. All right, I'm not going to go over that, but over all this, we're only dealing with public and private so far. Later on this term, we'll get to protected, and then no modifier, which is actually a certain class called default, or a certain type of access control. Okay, class variables, yeah. Did that. Class methods. And the next thing I wanted to do was wrong classes. Oh, I was so close. When I was reviewing all this to go over it, I did the same thing. I got about here and said, no, that's not what I wanted. And then if I had just gone a little bit further, it would have been where I wanted to be, which is here. Okay, so this has a few questions. Let's just kind of talk through them. All right, first one, considering the following class, identify my parts. And so I have public static int x, y. We haven't really talked about static, so I'm going to kind of skip the questions to deal with that. And then public int y equals certain. So what are the class variables?
Public static int.
Yeah, so x and y. The instance variables in this case is just y. That's what static means, but we'll just ignore that for a moment. What's the output of this code? So identify my parts A and B. A.y equals 5. B.y equals 6. Ignore x because that's the static one. So I print out AY and BY, and what do you expect to get? 5 and 6. All right. We're not going to do this. These are exercises. We'll skip that. What's wrong with this program? Public class something is wrong. So public static void main string args, rectangle myrect width equals 40, 50, print out myrect.area.
There isn't a width or height to update.
No, we don't have a definition for rectangle.
Can you scroll down a little bit?
We need a new something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the big piece missing here.
Yeah.
I don't.
Myrect is a reference, it's not an instance of an object.
Right. So we never said new rectangle. So this is a easy thing to get hung up on when you're coming from C++, because in C++ this would be fine. Because saying rectangle myrect would actually make a rectangle object. But in this case it does not. It's a reference to a rectangle object, and you didn't say new rectangle, so you don't actually have one.
Would that compile still, or would it tell
No.
you you're done?
It wouldn't. Oh wait.
I think it would compile.
I think it would just be a null reference exception on the line that says
Width.
set your width.
Okay.
You might get a warning, but I don't know.
It's just one more case of making sure you do things a small step at a time, so when something breaks, you know where.
Right.
Right, 5-line code.
File, yeah.
Yep. Okay, we didn't really go over arrays, so I'll skip that one. How does a program destroy an object that it creates?
Garbage collector. Or goes out of scope.
Yeah, so the garbage collector, and how do you tell the garbage collector to run?
There's nothing that points to it anymore.
You what?
Nothing points to it anymore.
Yeah, if nothing points to the object anymore, then it will get picked up next time the garbage collector runs. Usually you don't tell the garbage collector when to run. There is a way to force the garbage collector to run. I don't remember what it is, but there's some system libraries or something. Do you know? Remember?
It's called like something system.garbage collector or GC or.
Yeah, and you can force it to run.
You could also just create a whole bunch of objects. And
Yeah.
then it would get
Yeah, you create a bunch and it kind of tickles it enough to say, hey, you should go do something here. But you can force it. I just don't think you should, because you probably don't know better than the people who wrote the algorithm. And they'll run it when they think it's the right time.
In other words, if you get to a point where you feel like you have to run garbage collecting, it probably isn't indicative of a bigger issue in your code.
Yeah, I mean, why would you think you would have to? That's just kind of think. What situation would you feel like you might say, I really need to make sure the garbage collector runs right now? The only thing people would do is if they're running out of memory. So they've got a Java program that's running, it's getting bigger and bigger in memory, and they're like, oh, that's because the garbage collector is not running often enough. And so they add a call to the garbage collector in there, in some loop or whatever. That doesn't really fix the problem. The reason it's getting bigger and bigger is probably because you have memory leaks. And the garbage collector isn't going to throw it away because memory leak is still reference memory. I have heard about, and I just know none of the details, but I've heard about cases in the past where there's just a specific way of using objects fools whatever garbage collector scheme is out there, and so it loses track of them, and so you might have to force it, but that was many, many, many years ago that I read about that. I don't think that problem exists anymore.
Yeah, I would say no. Another instance, because garbage collection is, I believe, for hotspot, I'm mostly positive it's a stop the world operations.
Yeah.
In some cases, if you have a lot of real-time necessity, and then for some reason you have like the UI that has to interact with the users, and you force the collection then when there's much more time for.
Oh, I see. So that's the way, if you know that your program's going into a dead time.
Yeah, and you need it to not do garbage collection during some critical.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so, and we're not gonna do the exercises. Okay, so that's it on the next kind of level of detail in Java from what we did last week. Any questions about that?
In that last bit of code that we didn't go over, where there was a string array, where they were saving Peter Parker to something, because Peter Parker is larger than 10 characters, would that create
No.
a problem?
No, because this isn't an array of characters, this is an array of strings, and Peter Parker is one string.
So it's 10 strings.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, cool.
We're not dealing with char star.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, so we're gonna go through the first